So just to get everyone into the loop here, just in case it is recording, usually about the first 15 seconds or so, it stops recording. So I set up this live stream beforehand, and then when I went to go start it, there was like a side by side me and waiting for guests. Well, there wasn't going to be a guest on here, it was just going to be me. So I have no idea what happened there. Right, thank you ever so much for jumping on. This is going to be a very special, well, it's going to be all right. It's going to be a live stream to mark the fact that the channel has hit its first year anniversary.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. That's the best we can get from that. Peggy? No, nothing? Right, okay. No one cares. No one cares. But the fact that it's been a year since I started the channel, see, I thought it was a year since I actually started Mounjaro, but it wasn't. It was a year that I actually started this particular channel. And yeah, and I just wanted to get the opportunity to come on here to basically chat to people. If people come on, if not, that's absolutely fine. But I basically wanted to do a video just to mark the occasion. Mark the occasion with a special drink of some unnamed product that I won't be allowed to say because I'm not endorsed by them. But an opportunity nonetheless for me to be able to go on here and kind of reflect on the year that's been had. And straight off the bat, I want to be able to say that the fact it's been a year has been absolutely incredible. Okay. Now, the fact that the longest I've ever been able to do any kind of weight loss kind of journey, whether it was Weight Watchers or anything else like that, the longest I've ever gone is 4 months. And so for the fact of me being able to go for a year, that in itself is absolutely amazing, really. It really is, because I would never have imagined going a year into this whatsoever. So this is going to be the anniversary show of the channel, the Wise Mounjaro.
Oh,
Rude,
sorry.
rude, just as you're drinking. No, I'm not having it. No. March 1st, hello, welcome to the chat. Thank you for your message there. Thank you ever so much for that. So, for those of you who may be watching this, obviously past the actual date, the time that I'm doing this live stream, who don't kind of know the background to all of this, basically what happened was just over a year ago, I started a weight loss journey with Mounjaro, much like a lot of people did. A lot of people jumped on it, whether it was that or Wegovy or other things, and it was the opportunity for me to realize actually the way I was at that particular time couldn't keep going. How's it going, person? Nice to see you in the chat. And I needed to do something. It was the opportunity for me to be able to say, look, I need to sort my life out. I am way too heavy. I mean, it is without a doubt, even you would say yourself, wasn't it? You was concerned about me. Because you was worried that, you know, in all honesty, that I was going to have a heart attack or something like that. And so, and I've got 2 children, and I just wanted to be the kind of person who's going to be there all the way through.
And 2 fur babies.
And 2 fur babies. Fuck them. Hey, Terry, how's it going, my friend? And I had 2 options. So there was 2 options there. It was either, okay, Mounjaro or something like that, or it was going to go down the surgery route. So whether that was gastric sleeve, bypass, something like that. And to be honest with you, not for me. I really didn't want to go down that route. So what I chose was Mounjaro. Now, I knew this was going to be difficult. It was a risk because at the time there was still a lot of question marks about it, which, to be fair, there still is. Financially, not particularly great. Mr. Trump made it a lot worse as well when he made sure that we paid more than anybody else. And it was a shot in the dark. And so I gave it a go. And so what this channel was a week by week of me. How did I get on with it? And did it actually work? Was it working? And lo and behold, a year down the line, here I am. And as you come settle nearer to me, We have Terry here who says, all good, thank you. Hello to Mrs. Chris.
Oh. Hello.
They're horrible. So that is what I've been doing. And every week, as if you've been following the channel, you know that I've been on here. I've been weighing every week. I've done bits and pieces and whatnot. And so a year has come down the line. And if you do not know the full story about where I've come from, I have lost a total, I believe, if I can remember rightly, it's about 108 pounds in a year, nearly. We're a few weeks away from a full year, 108 pounds. So I started off, so this is where maybe a bit of, pre kind of work would have been an idea here, if I can remember what my exact starting weight was, in pounds at least. Have you got your phone on you?
Yeah, I was
Can you just find out?
What?
30 times 14. Get your calculator out now immediately.
Yeah, 420.
Right, plus 4. So
Plus
424. 424 pounds. Okay. And I am now down to
Was it 100 minus
22. Well, yeah, do 22 times 14.
22 times 14.
No, just off.
Right, 44 minus what?
No. Don't start with 44.
Right.
Start with 0.
Right.
22 times 14.
Yeah.
Plus 7.
Plus 7. 315.
Round about there, about 3. So I've still got a fair bit way to go. All right. But if you'd have said to me at the very start, that's what I was going to lose, I would have taken that all day long. And before I carry on, I just want to go into the comments here. So OE Arch, well, thank you for that encouragement. March 1st, I've been following for 6 months. Always look forward to your update. 108 pounds is amazing. Thank you ever so much for following me 6 months. You must be absolutely mad. But there we go. But even more mad is Terry. Watched you from day one, and wow, you've both done brilliantly. What a transformation, and your channel is great, genuine and informative. Thank you ever so much, Terry. What I want to do, and also hi and hello to Sezi Cool Cat too. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Hi, welcome for watching. I think before I go any further, that's what I want to go into as well. I want to be able to say to you guys, thank you so much for watching me during this. It has helped me so much knowing that I've needed to make these videos, because there could have been time. I think there were a few times when I thought, sod this, I'm not doing this anymore. But then I would think, but then I'd have nothing to put on here, and I've got people who are kind of also waiting for me to put videos on, and so that is why I've been doing these videos. Okay, and I already know, look at the name, right? Well, did we not just watch Mark Goldbridge?
Yeah.
He'll be coming cider. Yes, did, and she enjoyed it. Yeah, so thank you so much for jumping on for all my videos that I've been going along. Sometimes I've had more to say than others. It is what it is, I mean, it's a whole year's worth of, not everything is amazing and weird and wonderful happening. Some weeks are just boring and straightforward. So I haven't had amazing things each time. But if you are in the chat at the moment, if you're watching at the moment and you are or have been on some kind of weight loss journey, I'm very intrigued to know how you have got on in your own journeys. How much have you lost? Or maybe how much are you looking to lose? Personally, I still need to lose, I would say, another 140 pounds, 130, 140 pounds. I know this is going to be really difficult for me, because now we're at the point where the weight is going to start coming off slower, because at the very beginning it does come off a lot quicker, and then you kind of start to plateau a little bit. But that's expected. I'm not expecting this next year to be as amazing in terms of weight loss as it has been this current year that I've got at the moment. Is what it is. I mean, that's why we're doing it. We're working towards a healthier version of myself. And if there was one thing I wanted to say to everybody, it is use the tools that are there for you. Because something that has really helped me through especially I would say the last 6 months, 7 months, ChatGPT. Amazing how that has helped me. It's almost been like a daily check-in with ChatGPT. Helps if I can remember the name of it. Because there's been times when I've been really down. There's been times where I've been hurt because of injury. There's been times when I've been intrigued to know a bit more about something, and it's been there to help, and it's given suggestions, and I think that has also helped. And I just think, you know, the more tools that you can use in your own personal journeys, why not? These things weren't available before then, but they're there now. They are there now.
They are there now.
They are there now.
Yeah.
They are there now. Use them. That's what I did as well. Listen, again, it is amazing to me that it's been a year. It really has. But thank you ever so much for all of you who have been watching the videos, commenting, and checking in with me.
Putting up with you.
Putting up with me like she does. We got our first one in. So started 14th of August. This is from March 1st. 14 stone. Currently 11 stone. Wow. So down 2 stone, 9 pounds done. Target is 10 stone, which is a BMI of 25. And you'll get there. You'll absolutely get there. I have no doubts about that. And, you know, it's also putting it like this as well, March. And I will read these other comments as well. But March, looking at this, you started off at 14 stone. Okay. And for somebody of that size there, for you to lose 2 stone 9 pounds is a lot. It is a lot at that weight. Okay. 2 stone 9 pounds is still a lot no matter what. But if you're a bit like I was when I started off and I was over 400 pounds, 2 stone 9 pounds is kind of a start. It's to get you going. Whereas when you're that small, to me, that small, 2 stone 9 pounds, a lot of weight, especially if we think about the ratio. So for you to currently be 11 stone 5, well done for you. That is absolutely amazing. And I'm sure you're going to reach that goal you've got yourself there of, what was it you said, 10 stone. So what, you got 1 stone 5 pounds? You can do it. You can absolutely do it. Lee, hi Chris, lost 97 pounds, 11 months in. Still got another 90 odd to go. Love watching your progress. Thanks for sharing the ups and downs. Keep going. All the best from Esley. Esley, you're nearly hitting the £100 mark. Nearly hitting £100. If only you could see what £100 looks like, I'm sure it would look horrendous. It would look like something like, oh my God, have I been carrying that around with me? The sheer fact that you've been able to lose that, and within 11 months as well, well done for you. Well done for you, because I tell you what, it's not easy. As someone who's going it myself, it's not easy with the fact that you've got food around you everywhere. You still need to eat. Pressures of life, anything that's going on in your life as well. Good. It's just amazing. I'm so proud of you guys. Terry, I've seen you in a slump, Chris, but you fought back. I started May 25th and reached target in the following September, but only 3.5 stone to lose, which I did do. I'm only 5'2" female and went from 11 stone 8 to 8 stone 3. Wow. Maintenance is a struggle though. Maintaining on 2.5 milligrams, but the food noise is real. I can imagine. I mean, at the end of the day, no matter if you're starting off at a really stupidly high level of weight, or if you are in the lower end, the journey is still your journey. It's still difficult. If it was easy, it would have been done years ago, you know. All I can say is the fact that you are at the maintenance stage is incredible. Would you, to think of that, if you went back to how you were at the very beginning, so when you was 11 stone 8, and someone said to you, how would you feel about being 8 stone 3 and then just maintaining? You'd be like, yes, please. Thank you very much. I would love that. That'd be great. Incredible. And well done, you. I dream of the day where I'm at maintenance weight. whenever that might be. I mean, in all honesty, and I'm being absolutely serious with you guys, we're probably looking another 2 years. I would say 2 years, maybe even 3, because I generally think this next 10 stone, 140 pounds is probably going to be the hardest. Not necessarily in terms of me being able to move, but me being able to move it to shift it off. So March says £1 more and I'd have lost 20% of my starting weight. Just mad. 20%. I mean, kudos to everyone who's going through it. It really is so incredibly difficult. And anyone who has an addiction, because I always think it's an addiction, you will always have it. You always will. I've recognized that about myself. Even if I get down to maintenance weight, I will always have that in my head, that sort of that behavior where it's like, okay, I'm really stressed or I'm really upset. I need to have something. And you know, it's about managing it. It's about maintenance of it. Terry says, I've decided that cream cakes and crisps are part of my diet now, and as long as I remain within my calories, then it's sustainable. Very good point. And this kind of goes back to a video I did where I kind of showed you what I eat and what I drink and what I've been eating and drinking to be able to get to where I was at the moment. Nothing's off the table. Honestly, nothing is off the table. You have to be able to just work within reason. Okay. Now, I have full fat milk. And that was one of the things I said on the video, which I would imagine some people were like, how the hell are you drinking whole milk and still lose the weight? Because you still need it. Okay. You still need that elements of life. So if you want a donut, of course, have a donut. But it's then the people then go, well, I've had one, I might as well have two. Well, I might as well, if I've had two, I might as well have three. And so it's regulation. Okay. It's everything in moderation, as they say. You know, you have a moderate amount of everything. And as long as, like, you know, you're not hitting it day after day after day after day, it's not a problem. So absolutely. Terry, I still ate chocolate, etc. throughout my journey, but stayed within my calorie deficit. That's all you need. As long as what you're burning is more than what you're putting in your mouth, absolutely fine. March from fat is not bad. It's all about balance and moderation. Absolutely. See, what I've always done, and like I've done today, Sundays are my weigh day. And Sundays are also the day where I go, I'm going to have what I want. Okay. And I would still say the amount I have on a Sunday is less than what I used to have on a Sunday when I first started. Okay. It allows me to just eat what I want, knowing that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm going to be back to it. Okay. And at the end of the day, it goes to show that you can still have things you want, but as long as you're working out and you're still doing what it is that you need to do. Okay. On an important note, one thing for definitely the people who will follow me from the very start, I was not a massive fan of exercise. I'm still not particularly a fan of exercise. Hated it, absolutely hated it. But a lot of that was down to the pain that I would have, the fact that I'd find it difficult to move. But now I'm obviously including swimming, gym into there. We tend to go for walks as well. A little bit of an interesting thing about tomorrow. So normally what happens is I wake up early in the morning and I go swimming. Okay. And I was planning to go swimming tomorrow morning. Yes, we got an email. Well, I got an email come through that said, I'm ever so sorry that the swimming pool is going to be closed tomorrow up till 4 o'clock in the afternoon because there is a contamination in the water. And I'm just like, who shit themselves in the pool?
And this ain't the first time.
This ain't the first time. They say the first time. Who's shitting themselves in swimming pools? Like, that's all right, but I kind of wanted to go swimming tomorrow. But you know, if I wanted to swim and shit, I'd go swim in the sea. But but yeah, I don't know. It's the fact that I was a little. I looked at that, and apart from laughing at the fact that it said on there contamination, I started laughing. I did feel a little bit like, oh, for God's sake, I wanted to do swearing. Swearing. Sorry, it's just I'm reading it on there. I just wanted to go swimming, but I thought, well, I never used to be like that. I'd probably gone, oh, thank God for that. Thank God for that. And that means I haven't got to go exercise. But I was actually genuinely annoyed that I couldn't go. So that in itself is a change for me. March, what we got? I don't like exercise. I moan when doing it, but I never regret it when I've done it. That would be like your endorphins, obviously, that are then going through your body, because you always feel like you've achieved at the end of the day. Terry says, I have osteoarthritis and fibromyalgia. Just had a full knee replacement, but I tell you, the Manjaro has cut my arthritis pain in my thumb joints by a good 70%. That is interesting. I wouldn't have said it is. I wouldn't say it's helped my pain, but then having said that, well, it's not made it worse. I can only imagine what my pain would be like if I was still the same weight as I was at the very beginning. It probably would have been a lot worse. But I don't know. I have to take a lot of medication for mine. I have a lot of painkillers and stuff like that for my arthritis. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. But I just think that if I think back to what it was when I was at my original weight, then it probably would have been a lot worse. Sonia, no man, can I have a shout out, please? I love your short. Which short is that? Let me know so I know. Tripster, hey, another medical cannabis user. Not me, mate. Not me. No. I very much just use painkillers for myself, and that is what I'll be using. This one, says Sonia. Terry above is, I don't know. Maybe. I think MJ is in Manjaro. I think that's what it is. Terry, I got you down as the on the old ganja, have you? Terry's like, can you talk about how to lose weight really fast? Have you looked into medical cannabis in the UK? I haven't, Tripster, to be honest with you. I am more interested, though, potentially in CBD. Yeah, it is CBD, isn't it?
I think so.
Oil, yeah, things like that. Can you talk about how to lose weight really fast?
Well, I'd love to know.
Yes, I can actually. More of this, less of that. That's gonna be the cheat. That's gonna be the way to do it. But yes, it's not for me. I mean, I'm more of the CBD oil capsules, that sort of thing. I've been looking. I would look into that, to be honest.
Cod liver tablets.
Yes, do gummies and oil capsules and all sorts. Yeah. I mean, I have thought about it. The only thing is that I've realised is that in the UK, it seems like the amounts that they put in these particular things is less than in America. I think that was something that I found when I researched into it. Amy Hemmings says hi. Hello, Amy. How are you? It's been. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who watched my previous video and there was no sound, I have no idea why there was no sound. I blame her computer, because it's your computer that I process all these videos on. Yeah. It's commonly need 30%. Oh, okay. But for some reason, I don't know. It's
Which video?
my previous one.
Oh.
I recorded in the car. I then processed on your laptop, but apparently it's got no sound on it. So.
Oh. Right, okay.
So I don't know. I don't know why there was no sound.
Right.
But I don't know if you was able. I don't know. It's just it seems to be like. Oh, what we got? It's illegal here, isn't it? I think you can get distillate, which is pure THC, but I'd recommend full spectrum, not pure THC, especially if it's, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's UK for legal medically, NHS won't prescribe it. There's quite a few things the NHS won't prescribe, a bit like Mounjaro as well. They won't prescribe that either, unfortunately. Well, not to me, anyways, unless you've got about a list of 18 different ailments that that you're going to need to be able to get Mounjaro. Not that, you know, they go, oh yeah, but the cost of Mounjaro on the NHS, yeah, the cost of you know, things that people have to go to the hospital for because of being overweight. Yeah, there we go. No worries at all, Sonia. Thank you ever so much for commenting. I'm not sure if it came out in the video or not last time round. But the last video that I actually did for you guys where there was no sound, I was talking about a particular time where I took my girls to a park. And again, I'm sorry if this did come out in the video or not, and I'm just repeating myself. And as a fat parent, you get used to basically sitting there or standing there watching them play, and you don't do anything, and you're just standing there, and you're just like, oh, I wish I could join in. Well, they were on the swings, and then they went off there, and for whatever reason, I sat down on the swing, expecting just to get wedged in it like I normally do, and then I'd get up and go, ha ha ha, oh, I feel so fat. But I sat in it, and I fit, and then I started swinging on there. But it was just amazing that the fact that basically it was a situation where I couldn't go, girls, look, I can fit. It was a little me moment that I had, but it also showed me that I can't swing on swings anymore because I felt motion sickness from it, so I had to get off and go like that. Yeah, sort of grown man, 6'3", and can't even bloody can't even go on swings anymore because I felt sick. But it was lovely because they sort of looked at each other, and that, bless them, they were kind of like, oh, Dad's on the swing, Dad's on the swing, like that. And it was just nice that I was able to join in with them on something like that. And then I think back to all those times where it's been those difficult times when I've been thinking, why am I doing this? What has been going on? It's moments like that make it really worthwhile. And I'm sure there's going to be more things coming up that is going to make this all very much worthwhile. Terry says, still a non-scale victory, Chris. Yeah, absolutely. Probably the biggest non-scale victory I've ever had. And actually, that is something that I want to talk about, is this idea of non-scale victories. I think I'm getting to the period of my weight loss journey where the numbers on the scale are now no longer going to be the focus. Because to begin with, it's just about getting the weight down to begin with. And that is still what I'm trying to do. But it was getting the weight down was my priority, and then slowly starting to move and improve things in my life was then the backup. Now I think the number on the scale has to come a bit further down in the priority. And it's now more about quality of life. So I think it's now going to be more about making sure I'm moving, making sure that, like, you know, clothes now fit, other things away from what numbers say on a scale. Purely because I think if I'm going to obsess about numbers on a scale in this difficult period of my weight loss journey, where it's not going to come off very quick, I'm going to get disillusioned. I need to now be thinking about how much I'm moving, how much, or am I going to be able, am I now getting new clothes because the ones I've got at the moment do not fit? All these other things that we used to sort of go, oh, that's a nice little extra that's come from losing weight, but that's been like the secondary thing. That now has to come to the front. Because I think if I'm just going to keep worrying about what the numbers say, I'm gonna lose the plot. I already am. And that's not on. And so I think my mindset has to change. I have to change that. Actually, no. What I need to be focusing about is what I'm doing. And then treat the scale as like a secondary thing, because that's more important to me. I'll tell you for why. This last week, all my clothes have been a lot looser. They've been my basically where I've been training and I've been swimming and this, that, and the other. I'm getting more toned. I'm getting more defined. My clothes are getting looser. I stepped on the scale this morning, and for 2 weeks running now, I've stayed the same. You know, and then if I think, oh well, that's really disappointing, I then forget about the fact that, hang on, you've just said that all your clothes are looser, and and you're really pleased because you're now thinking, oh, you're more defined, all that, but now you've just forgotten all that because it says your weight has stayed the same. That's wrong. I've got to stop doing that, and I think that's going to be mindset change. So I'm just going to go through these questions here. I'm not going to say my girls' names and their ages on here. Sorry, it's the internet. Sorry. Has anyone ever recommended keto, or do you reckon it's a fad diet? I tried it before and burnt quite a lot fast, but if it's not fun, it makes you feel unwell, and it's usually recommended for... I know, I have heard of people going on keto. I think at the moment, with Manjaro, if I'm then going to throw on top of that another diet style, I think I could throw me off. What I tend to do is one meal a day. And I've done that for the last year. And I think if I then made that meal a keto one, am I just throwing too many variables at it? Do you know what I mean? It probably would work for people if they didn't have all these other things on top as well. March says, I have to go, sadly. Keep doing you. Love following the ups and downs. Journey's never a straight one. Just think, what else can you do with your kids in the future? My goal is to crowd surf. Absolutely, March. If I crowd surf, everyone would die. But no, thank you ever so much for jumping on. That was brilliant to hear from you. Tripster says, what do you enjoy doing most to get moving? Swimming for me was the initial one. I did start walking, but if you ever watched like my early videos, I didn't like it because it used to hurt. I used to get hot. I used to get crabby. That's just normal. Swimming for me, our local swimming pool has got like a main big swimming pool lane. You're not lane, but you know what I mean, a proper pool. And then it's got like what's called a leisurely swimming pool. And I used to start off in there. And I used to be within all the Blue Rinse Brigade and everyone. And that was fine for me. That allowed me to just do what I could. It was also warmer water as well. So that helped me with my joints at the time. And so I used to spend quite a lot of time going in there. Okay. But then I found I almost kind of not outgrew, but I kind of felt like I needed a longer stretch of swimming. So that's when I then moved to the proper pool, which is freezing. And then I still remember, only because I went with you, I would struggle to do a length and I would have to pause at the end. And that was fine to begin with. But then that's when you can then go, okay, well, I've done one length. Oh, I've done one and a bit. I've done 1.5. I've done 2 lengths now. Now I go up and down. So it's been good for me to measure it. And because of my arthritis, the fact that you're in water in a swimming pool, it helps the joints and it doesn't hurt anywhere near as much. And for me, that is for anyone who suffers anything pain-wise, the swimming pool's 100. I mean, I don't particularly like because I for the first however long I used to wear a t-shirt in the swimming pool because just self-conscious about myself. I now still go in with a t-shirt. I take it off when I'm in there, but I swim, and it's not the most comfortable for someone who's self-conscious about yourself, but it's the best thing for you. And then once I started losing the weight, I then moved on doing other things as well. Terry says, I tried keto and it worked, but it's short-term fad. If you ask me, there's no way I can go the rest of my life cutting out carbs. Being in ketosis is... I think I did this before, but I did it when it was called the Atkins diet, like donkeys years ago, when everything was, you just ate meat and that was it. But I always used to remember, I think your breath used to stink for a start. And it got to the point where you'd look at meat and you'd be like, God, you know, it was all right the first how many days. You're thinking, wow, I'm having sausages and bacon and steak and this, that, and the other. But then after so many days, you're like, oh God, I can't be doing with this. If it works for you, it works. But I can only ever see that being a short-term thing. Yeah, only a short-term thing. Trips, does that work for you? Because less meals means slower metabolism. It's reckoned to eat 6 times a day, small amounts, but usually if quite active. Yes, it's worked for me. The problem with me, and this goes back to the addictive side of it, if I was to eat, I find that if I eat more often, I get hungrier quicker. And then I'm more likely to eat more. I find that if I have one meal a day, I spend the vast majority of the day not hungry, and I only start getting hungry once when I'm supposed to have my meal. I just think if I keep sort of prodding that bear, it's going to keep going like eat, 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 eat. But ultimately, you know, this is, you know, this is everyone's own journey. I mean, whatever works for anyone else is fine. For me, it's you know your own body, don't you? So, Terry, you can eat what you want, but you have to eat less than something like 30 grams of carbs a day to reach ketosis. You only know that if you use the ketosis pea sticks. Oh God, yeah. Why is everything that's really nice full of carbs? Why? I should go for a walk. Do you know what I should do? I should go for a walk with the Wise Man Jaro song going in the background. I still go for a lot of walks.
Pissing down the rain at the minute.
Yeah, it's not absolutely chucking down rain in a minute. Yeah, we'll go for a walk. It's really good. You know, it is. What we got here is because carbs and sugar were once rare. Yet now they aren't. Once you're in ketosis, you start to burn fat. It's very difficult to do. Yeah. There's so many different things, and I think that's something I've learned from doing this and listening to people like yourselves and all that. Is that there's lots of different things you can do. There's you don't eat for 3 days. You have the ketosis. I mean, you've got the caveman diet on that one as well. I used to work with someone who went on. I have no idea what doctor he had, but they should have been struck off the medical register. He was apparently put on a milk diet. Okay, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Well, apparently he was a big bloke, and the doctor said that he had to go on to lose his weight. He had to go on a milk diet, and literally he said to us at work, and we all said to him, a milk diet. And I've been on diets all my life, okay, but I've never had a milk diet. And he would just sit there and just have milk every day. But then I was looking at it, and again, I was kind of like, I don't understand this, but also you're having full fat milk. Now I have full fat milk, but I have it moderate. That was the only thing that was allowing full go, you know, he was ingesting was just full fat milk. And he'd sit there and just stare at what we were all eating as he's drinking his milk, and he didn't lose any fucking weight. I have no idea what doctor he had. They probably met him in an alley or something like that. Once you're in keto, you start to burn fats. Yeah, I've read that one. More fast food these days than back in the day. Yep, absolutely. And more over here as well. I'm noticing a lot more American chains that open up over here. See, Handy, just over a year in, lost 4 stone. Well done. 1 to go, really slow now. Started 15.3, now 11 stone 2. That's well done. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, if you think about it, 4 stone, and bless her, Carrie, if she does end up watching this video later on, she's someone I used to follow on here. I don't know if she still does the videos or not. She literally went to the butcher's and asked for, I think it was 2 stones worth of fat, so that she could show you what a pound of fat looks like and what 2 pounds of fat looks like. And when you see it, it's just mad. So I'm already envisioning in my head the fact that you've lost 4 stone. I already remember her having a stone of fat laid out. It was a lot. So you had 4. You know, it's mad. It really is mad. What else we got? And that's pretty much all I drink or eat, but it's not full fat. No, it's probably best if you don't have that. And I'm not specifically on a milk diet. I just like lattes. Yeah, absolutely. Just kind of like frappes myself. In the 70s, when I was a teenager, I remember Wimpy being the only 5 Blues place. Are they still about, Wimpy? Not sure. Please, not sure. Oh, I do love these kind of comments. Please stop messaging my 12-year-old daughter. We are both deeply disturbed. Yeah, as you're only 12 yourself, that's where the fact that you've got a 12-year-old daughter is kind of worrying. I watched Carrie. She started doing video. Has she? I did not know that. I did not know that she was still doing videos. Last time I heard she'd gone, and then she came back. Hi again to Sonia. Yeah, so fantastic. And at the end of the day, keep on with your brilliant stories, your own journeys as well. This was really just a quick sort of jump in. Thank you so much for watching this. I'm going to keep going. Yeah, I'm still going to put on there my weekly weight losses, but you know, like I said, it's not going to be my main aim. But anyways, thank you so much for jumping in. Have a good rest of the evening. I hope you all have a great week coming up. I've got a week off work. Thank Christ. Anyways, folks, be good, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.